Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore here on PS5. Tonight, it's round 4 of Season 3. We're heading to Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And we have a big upgrade package for the car. 4 new parts. We have yet to fit them to see if they're any good. Keeping my fingers crossed that we're going to see a significant jump in performance, if at least not necessarily up the grid, certainly from the previous spec of car. Let's get into that right now, I suppose. How you doing, Anthony? Hedgehog, Chris Stapps, Patkins, good to see you guys. So, as always, we're going to fit the parts to car 2. Just so we can see the difference between the two models, and then we'll fit them to car 1 as well. There we go. So, upgrades are fitted. Time for some car analysis. So this is the current spec of car, not the new spec. This is the current spec, and this is where it stacks up against everyone else. So upgrades have been brought by the rest of the grid, as you can see. Some of those big advantages that we have, or did have, are gone. We have dipped a little bit in speed and acceleration, and DRS. You can see our high speed, which was very strong, is not quite so strong anymore. Let's see what those changes have done if we compare car to car. There we go. So you can see we've taken a huge step forward with downforce. Low speed is now second on the grid, just in time for Baku. All those corners, bar just a couple of them, are low speed corners, so that helps. We have improved our acceleration again, which is really important, especially with the low speed cornering. Top speed has come down just a little bit. It's not quite as good as I would like it to be, or hope it would have been, but it's still an improvement nonetheless. Dirty air tolerance has also improved. Again, another important improvement for this circuit, as is the brake cooling. Big step forward in brake cooling, just a tiny step in engine cooling. But overall, I'm very pleased with the numbers that I'm seeing there. That's what the actual gaps look like in real terms. So you can see we found about 0.2 kilometers an hour, just over 0.2 kilometers an hour, just 0.002 G in acceleration. Found about a little under 3% in DRS again, so that's quite nice. Downforce, just nothing amazingly earth-shattering, but a nice significant step forward in low speed. Medium speed and high speed also getting a bit of a buff. Just a very small step in dirty air tolerance, 0.5% effectively, just over, not too bad. Gained about 4% almost in brake cooling, which is quite nice, and just a tiny step in engine cooling. We have also stripped another 2 kilos of weight out of the car with these new upgrades as well. So let's see how that now shakes up against the grid. And individual teams in particular. So we're in a bit of a fight with a few teams here. Let's take a look at Haas first of all. Ooh, Haas are struggling at the moment for upgrades, which means they've probably got some big upgrades coming soon, because they have slumped a little bit there. Slowest car, worst acceleration, second worst DRS. Very close to the worst in terms of cornering downforce across the board. But they have made some steps forward in cooling and dirty air tolerance. Let's take a look. Actually, let's just check. Yeah, not much difference between the two. I think they're pretty much the same there. Let's take a look at Alfa Romeo. Oh, wow. Alpha are taking a bit of a step forward. We know that Bottas has been pretty quick so far this season. Good, strong acceleration for that car. But they are lacking a little bit in other places. But certainly not the worst car on the grid anymore. Let's take a look at Williams. Ooh-wee, look at that acceleration and DRS. Williams are going to be rapid in a straight line here. Not the best top speed, but it's a little bit higher than us, as you can see. But yeah, that's nice for them to have the most powerful acceleration and DRS on a circuit where both of those are quite important. High-speed cornering is good, dirty air tolerance is good, and average on the low and the medium. Let's take a look at Alpine. We actually have a better car than Alpine. That's quite nice. Let's take a look at Aston. Aston not looking as strong as I thought they would. Their acceleration is terrible. It's the worst on the grid. I mean, again, we're talking small margins, but you would have thought their car would have been a little bit more comprehensive in the acceleration stats. Although their dirty air tolerance is significantly higher than ours, 5% higher than ours. Let's take a look at the mighty Mercedes that has been on a little bit of a resurgence this year. Good speed, good DRS, good high-speed cornering. That won't help them so much here, though. Not that far down on acceleration. A little bit up on DRS. And as you can see, they've got about 0.2 kilometers on us in a straight line. So again, I mean, we're talking small margins here. We're 13th, they're 5th in terms of top speed. But the actual difference on paper, not a significant amount. Definitely a tighter grid, as you can see. Let's take a look at the McLarens, who have been really quick this year. And with cornering stats like that, it's probably not that hard to see why they've been so good. Medium and high speed, best of the grid. But their speed, not quite where I thought it would be. Strong acceleration, though. Let's take a look at Ferrari. Ferrari have the quickest car. And it's only by 0.5 kilometre an hour. So we're not that far away from having, you know, a car on terms with Ferrari in terms of outright speed. Their acceleration, though, that is impressive. And that's only 7th on the grid. That's quite a big step forward. We're matching them in the low speed. They've got a little advantage in the medium and the high. We're slightly ahead in the dirty air tolerance. We've got better brake cooling. Not too far away in the engine cooling, although those are relatively insignificant. Well, it's the engine cooling is a bit less significant. And let's have a look at the pace setters, the Red Bulls. So, second quickest car on the grid. Again, very strong acceleration. Look at that. That is definitely a big chunk to find in acceleration. They're only about 0.4 kilometers faster than us, so again, and not that far ahead of us. We do have a relatively competitive car at the moment. I am liking those numbers. How you doing, Marcel? How you doing, Horrific? I need a major engine cooling upgrade. Maybe. We've got massive regulation changes next season, so we're probably not going to do a lot more development this year. We're probably going to focus very heavily on research, at least to start. It depends on how well we're doing, you know, with the board. If our job is looking at risk, we might have to sacrifice next year a little bit just to make sure that we can actually get to next year. But I want to try and really pump everything, you know, hours-wise into research to give us as good a chance of getting off to a strong start next year as possible. Right then, let's set some targets for tonight. 2 cars in Q3. I think we might have a good chance of doing that tonight. We're going to try and just play it a little safe here. We're going to go 2 in the top 12 in qualifying. And both cars in Q2. Finish position 2 in the top 8. Depending on how we do in the sprint, and if our luck doesn't destroy us again, then maybe that's achievable. We are going to go for the fastest lap tonight. I think we're in with a shout. Quali streak, new one in the top 10 for 2 races. Let's go to set up a new finish position streak, and I'm going to go 2 in the top 15 for 5 races. Just hope that we can bring both cars home. It's not been good so far for us. And with that, I think we are ready to head to Baku.
Greetings from Azerbaijan, where we're back in the country's capital. Well, it's not every weekend that Formula One arrives at a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but arrive here we have. Drivers will race around the historic streets of Baku, which includes the race calendar's tightest corner, beneath a medieval fortress wall. Baku City Circuit challenges drivers like few other tracks. The tight section through the old city demands precision. The main straight, pure aggressive acceleration. And every corner is a challenge for tyres.
This time, teams have 2 races to contend with, as a sprint race will decide the starting order for the weekend's Grand Prix.
The weekend begins here.
So, as always with a sprint weekend, we have 1 session to nail the car setup. Hopefully we can get it done nice and quickly. Why do we have a difference in driver prep? I don't know. Oh, what I do know is that I need to fit those parts to this car. That's probably why, actually. Let's get those fitted. It's car part knowledge that's the difference between the two, I think. Let's make sure these parts are on both cars. Nearly sent them out without doing that. That would not have been kind to Mick. Still showing a difference in confidence. Maybe it's just based on the fact that Oscar had a rough race last time out. But then Mick didn't even finish, so... Let me double check, make sure both cars running the same spec. Make sure I didn't miss anything. There we go. Right, so let's get some setups on these cars. Start off, Baku is a 15-lap run, so don't need to change the fuel loads. Drop those down there. And let's start with a 1.5, a 10.5, a 3.7, a 2.95, and a 0.85. There we go. Right. Mick is done. Oscar. Let's go with a 10 on the rear wing on this one. So we'll go 2, 10, 2, 8, 2.9, and a 0.95. In fact, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go with a 3 and a 1. There we go. All right, let's send them out and see how we do. Evening, Farah. Yes, I did see it was on sale. I was going to mention it when you beat me to it. Definitely a game that's worth buying at those prices.
Yep.
I would say the deluxe is definitely worth springing for at that price. Those extra scenarios, they're worth the extra £1.26. Absolutely worth the extra £1.26.
Watch those curbs.
A bit less curb.
Yep.
Spiderland, Spiderland. Marcel lives in Spiderland. Don't know why, must be mad.
Balance
If
update.
you guys will all feel sad. Look out, Marcel's in Spiderland.
Yeah, copy that.
Just came to me. How is the land of spiders, Marcel? Well, that's a nice strong start to the setup there for Mick. Oscar, I'm going to call in now. Make some little tweaks.
Oscar pit lane.
It was worth tuning in for that little ditty. Yes! I think you're probably right there. I don't do little ditties like that very often, but I enjoyed that one. Right, do I have a 1? I do, but it's a 110. Bum, bum, bum. Let's go 1.5, 10.5, 37, 2.9. Do I want to try the 0.7? That's not going to work, is it? Let's go with the 2.95 and the 0.85. That might work. We'll try it. That's the Schumacher setup. Going to put an extra couple of laps of fuel in the car for Oscar, just in case we get it right. That way he'll be able to run to the flag.
Company pit limiter on. We will stop you in front of the garage, so just watch for the mechanics.
Alright, so which way will it be? Gonna go with that 2.9. I think. In fact, let's try the 3 and the 1. No. Let's go with the 2.9. Maybe. Tricky. Try that. How you doing, Victor? second guessing myself a little bit on mixed setup there. Not sure if I've got that right or not. Guess we'll find out in about 5 minutes. Could be a very tight grid. Well, for most of the grid, could be quite tight here tonight. We're definitely starting on softs tonight. Don't know if we're going to try and two-stop. We might just stick with the one. The one is usually the best strategy here.
How's the balance?
Alright, we've pretty much got Oscar right. Just need to click the toe one time to get that spot on. Hopefully it'll be obvious which way to go with the toe, but sometimes it's not. We're going to let Oscar run to the flag. How did the upgrades go? Well, they look good on paper, but you know, that's on paper. We'll find out how they go soon enough.
Okay, any comments on balance?
The car was great.
Nah, we went the wrong way with Mick.
Okay.
Alright, so that should hopefully narrow that down for us and we can make that adjustment after the session.
Okay, and that is the checkered flag.
Again, this is a race where I think Schumacher might have a slight advantage over Oscar given his higher reaction stat. It's going to be much quicker accelerating out of the corners.
It's time to determine starting positions for the sprint race, here in qualifying.
In a format familiar to our drivers, 3 parts of qualifying will decide who sits where on the sprint race grid. A good performance today will give them a real advantage for the rest of the weekend. The main thing on my mind was their speed in practice. They just weren't that fast. But was that down to the driver, the car, the team experimenting? We don't know, and we'll just have to see how they fare in qualifying.
And you're right. Well, it's nearly time for qualifying.
Alright then, let's have a look at making those little tweaks. Okay, so that needs to be there, which means I need to counteract the toe and just hope that that's not going to break my front wing, because I can't adjust that without breaking everything else. So we're going to try that and see if that works. I think that might be it. Let's go one flying lap. Going to try and stick with these engines tonight. They should be just below the power threshold, which is 65%. So they should still be pretty competitive. And that is nice and obvious. There we go. Excellent stuff. So Oscar is prepped as well. Let's send them into quali. Once again, we are going to be slipstream qualifying because it's going to be hugely powerful, especially on the run to the line.
Work the tyres.
Copy.
And is this going to be a nice quick comparison of pace against Norris, as he's out at the same time as us? So for the purposes of this, ignore Oscar's time, because he's going to be slipstreaming. Compare Mick's time to Norris's time, and that will give us a good indication of the pace of our car against the pace of McLaren. We don't run this view all that often in qualifying, so let's run it tonight.
No risk of traffic at the moment. Good to push next lap.
Gap ahead is good. Go one.
Ferrari coming out right in front of us. Might be a problem. I think we'll be alright actually. Yeah, nice. Next car we might catch will be Zhou in his Williams. Here comes the first sector split. Evening's use. What engine did I go with for this season? We stuck with Mercedes engines again. Not the most powerful, but certainly the most well-rounded when it comes to other components like gearbox and the RS. Very good power to sustainability ratio as well. You know, the engine wear doesn't really kick in until about 65%, which is the best on the grid. And I think it's got the second best thermal performance as well. Alright, here we go then. A mighty run for Oscar up to the line now. Gonna get right close to Schumacher here. Very nice. It's worth half a second, that slipstream.
Alright, so it'll be normal in-lap procedures from now.
Copy.
If he'd been a touch closer, he could even have got a bigger slipstream, but I'm happy with that. Oh wow, Norris is still 7/10 quicker than Mick. We'll close that gap down with Mick's next run, as his confidence is up now. Right, who else is on a flyer? Perez is behind us. Max making his run to line. What kind of pace have we got against Max? Is this him starting his flying lap? It might be. Yeah, he's starting his flying lap. I think Leclerc is as well. Zhou is about to finish his flying lap. Big gap to Magnussen, 7/10 of a second, that's nice. And Joe splits our two cars just a touch faster than Schumacher, a couple of tenths. And here comes Porsche.
Pit limits are on. Okay, mate, let's stop on the marks, wait for 2 seconds, and then switch off.
Going to turn them around and send them straight back out again. There goes Tsunoda. I think Tsunoda is going to be close enough for Mick to get a slipstream here, so we'll hold position as we are. And we'll get both our drivers a nice good slipstream here, I think. Yeah, Red Bull is on an in lap, I believe. Yeah, that's Max on an in lap. He is currently in 5th place. Leclerc, top of the timings, ahead of Perez. And also Norris. Here comes Russell up to the line. What's he going to do? Where's Hamilton? Hamilton's actually coming up behind us. Now Russell just starting his flying lap. Here comes Hamilton. He's going to pull us over, I think. Maybe not. He's going to get a really nice slipstream off the back of Oscar, though.
So we should be good on traffic. Go one.
Hamilton goes 8th. So this is Oscar. That's Schumacher. Schumacher very nicely poised for a slipstream on the back of Tsunoda here. Better positioned actually than Oscar is. Schumacher's really close. He's going to get a monster slipstream on the back straight. I don't think Oscar's close enough anymore. He might get a distant tow, but he's certainly not going to get anything like as good a tow as Schumacher's going to get on the run to the line here. This is to take the top spot. Purple, purple. Gaining all the way. And that puts Schumacher top by half a second over Leclerc. Piastri up to 3rd. Are we on for a pole position tonight? Ooh, that would be something. Oh, one lap pace. the way we do our qualifying is always very strong, but you know, it's the race pace that lets us down. But just taking a pole would be nice. That would be a hell of an achievement. We came close last season, actually. We came second on 2 occasions, I think. We might actually be in with a strong shout of pole tonight, and that, I think, is good enough. I don't think we have to run again with either car, which would be nice. Save a bit of life on these tyres for the next session. So, let's see, who is on a flyer? Sainz on a flyer. And it's not even good enough to get through. He's still running old parts. He is. No wonder he's slow. That's very slow. Wow. Did he get held up as well, or is he just that slow? No one else on a flyer right now, but we've got Magnussen on an outlap, and then just ahead of him on track, we've got Alonso also on an outlap. Let's see what Alonso can do.
Good entry.
Where am I in the championship? 7th, I think.
Stop on the marks, wait 2 seconds and switch.
Yeah, 7th. Could have been higher. Could have had more points in Jeddah had we not been absolutely destroyed in the pit lane when that safety car came out. And we had the chance of points yesterday, but we started on the wrong tyres and fell backwards, and then both drivers had a crash, which took them out of contention completely. Horrible race last night. Five minutes to go, and I'm going to leave the drivers in the garage. If we can't get both drivers through with those times, I don't think anything's going to help us in this Grand Prix. Got a few other cars lining up about to start their flying laps. Alonso has improved in the first, as has Magnussen, but neither of them are purple. Magnussen could struggle to get through this session. We saw on paper how rough the pass is looking at the moment. Ferrari gets out of the way. And then peels out the way for the Magnussen as well. Alonso up in the middle, as is Kevin. Here comes Hamilton. I was on mute, yes. Thank you, Baron. Hamilton is safe. Norris is safe. Tsunoda's probably safe, but doesn't improve. That's Albon. Max is on an in-lap. He should be safe. So, Porsche up to the line. What can he do? Gasly and Sainz also on flying laps, as well as Albon. Albon is across the line. He is through. Porsche is out. Magnussen is out. Giovinazzi's out. Sainz is out. He just hasn't got the pace in that damaged car. So, can Gasly get through? Can he knock out his teammate? No, he can't. Oh, Gasly's off the pace as well. Wow, so Alpine not looking good here at all. And it's looking pretty tasty for us. Again, slipstreamed times, so not raw pace. But all we need to do is just hang with the pack, and we can get some big points. Just reveling in that for the moment. It's only the first qualifying session. Doesn't really mean that much yet, but it's nice to see one of our drivers up there in first, and the other one also in the top 10. Alright, let's go with these tyres again.
Start preparing for the lap. Copy.
If I get big points, am I going to develop the car anymore? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Possibly not for a little while. We might do some small upgrades. We'll probably trickle out a few small upgrades across the season, but like I said, given the big changes in the regulations that are coming next year, my hope is that we can kind of coast on the performance of this new spec of car for a while, and really dial in some strong research for next year. Based on how that first session went, I think Ocon, Bottas, Stroll, all at risk. One of the Williams might sneak through if they can get a good run. Hopefully not at our expense.
So gap ahead is good. Good to push.
Clear track ahead. And a push next lap.
And I think the combination of Schumacher and Josh Peckett is working really nicely for us as well. Definitely glad I decided to send Matthias Spinney on the way. Bring in Josh. He's certainly helping Schumacher bed in very quickly in the races. Not quite as close on track as I would like them to be. Schumacher's a little bit too far back. But hopefully he'll actually close up enough over the course of this lap to Getting a nice toe at the end. Oscar actually slightly up on Mick there. I think Ocon actually went faster than us there. He did, Oscar. Ocon went faster than us in the first sector. Better tyres though. And our drivers aren't starting with stellar confidence yet in this session either. I've got to build that up again. So not exactly big modifiers yet. It's purple for Oscar in the middle. Yeah, Mick's not close enough. Ooh, excuse me. Very gassy tonight. That's why I've been muted. Try not to, do that and belch down the microphone. 142.2 and 4:10 slower for Mick. Surprised by that actually. I thought Schumacher would be closer there.
Okay, so normal in-lap procedures from here, please.
Very close though with Ocon. Very close indeed. Also on his flying lap now, as is Charles Leclerc and Tsunoda. Going to turn the drivers round, send them straight back out in the same sequence again. Want to give Mick a nice strong slipstream, and then we'll give Oscar the slipstream for the final run. I've got pace against Ocon, who finished in 15th in the last session, so that's nothing. Not yet. There we go. That's the pace we need. We need 141s, and comfortably in the 141s. We'll get it on the next run. I absolutely have faith in the fact that we'll get there on the next run. What does Alonso do? A 141.4. Okay. Bottas a 141.9. That pace not looking so good now, is it, Baron? Yeah, like I said, we'll absolutely get it on the next run. Starting confidence in a sprint qualifying weekend is always lower because you haven't had time to fully acclimatise to the track. Plus, our drivers are learning a lot of brand new parts on the car, so car part knowledge is way down as well. The big bonus for us is that we did nail both setups to 100%, and that accounts for 50% of our drivers' confidence level just in the setups. So that helps mitigate a lot of shortcomings in the other areas. And there we go. We've got the Schumacher nice and close this time. Now we're just going to hope that they stay close, because I think we might have Stroll coming through here on a fast lap. Oh no, Stroll set a time. So we're not worried by Stroll. Both Williams have just set a time, so we're not worried about them. I think we're good. I don't think we're going to get caught by anybody. Perez or Russell just about to cross the line. Well, the other one's already on a flying lap ahead of us. That was Russell, who goes top with a 141.3. And this time Schumacher is perfectly poised to get a nice strong slipstream. Max goes fourth. Again, Max not looking the quickest here this weekend.
clear. You can go, go, go. No traffic to be concerned about. Push next lap.
Right, let's see some big improvement this time, please, boys. We're only going to have time for one more flying lap after this. That'll be on brand new tyres. Improvement for Oscar, and Mick is always going to improve on this lap given that slipstream. So just got to hope that Oscar can keep pumping in good sectors as well, because that will dictate just how much of an improvement Mick can get. And they are going to be bumper to bumper across the line, I think. This is going to be a mighty final sector for Mick. Oh, so close to Russell. Oh, what?
Currently P7.
Oh, he's just pulling over in extreme conditions. I thought he just crashed then for a second. Gave me a heart attack. Jesus. And Oscar's only 3/10 away. And again, that's raw pace. No slipstream on that one. That was just a nice high confidence run. There's still improvement to find. 7th is not safe. Got to expect that Norris and Tsunoda are both going to improve. Stroll has the potential to improve as well. Hamilton can definitely improve, just a little bit. And we're starting to see cars going out now on brand new tyres. As you can see, Alonso, Leclerc, Verstappen, all on brand new rubber. Same for Stroll, Tsunoda, Bottas and Zhou. Ocon just about to start his second flying lap. Russell's gone back out again as well now. He's on the way. He's actually had a bit of a renaissance so far this year. So, got to get these guys in, put on fresh tyres and send them straight back out again. And then just hope traffic doesn't mess us up. Oh shit, wrong tyres. That's an extra few seconds I could have done without losing. McLaren's coming quick. A little worried I might not make this.
Push.
Copy. Overtake is available.
Alright, so their positions got switched.
We can push a bit more. Copy.
So Oscar is not going to get the slipstream.
Okay.
Hopefully that's not going to hurt him. He's going to get a nice slipstream start here, unless the Red Bull slows us up here. No, it doesn't.
Okay, that is the checkered flag.
No improvement for Mick, but definitely an improvement for Oscar. I'm going to actually abort Mick's lap. He doesn't need to push anymore.
See if we can focus on recharge, please.
He's secure. Oscar is not. There's still 3 cars on flying laps that could potentially take that away from him. I will abort Oscar's lap if he is going to be safe. It's going to be safe. We'll save the wear on the tyres. Then we can use them again in Q3.
Copy.
He was improving, but we didn't need him to complete the lap and then do another lap and taking more life out of those tyres. Strategic withdrawal there. Both cars comfortably then into Q2, into Q3 even. So we're going to get a couple of chances here. Two one-lap runs. I don't know why it said we failed that. We got both cars through. I better change and update. Maybe it's because qualifying hasn't finished yet. I don't know.
That's green light. Focus on the tyres more. Yep.
Once again, low confidence
On the,
to start the runs. So we'll see big improvements on the second runs. But I'm hopeful that with strong tyres we can still set competitive times. of course, we've got that slipstream for Schumacher. My only hope is that we don't give one to the Ferrari and the Mercedes behind as well. Looks like Hamilton will get a slipstream just from the back of Perez there. I don't think Perez is going to get one from us. And while Mick is perfectly positioned for a slipstream here, Hamilton's slightly too far back, I think, to get the full benefit. Which is good, because he's quick enough, doesn't need a helping hand.
Nice big gap ahead. Let's go. Good space at the moment. So let's go recharge off and push next lap.
We may possibly come across Verstappen before we finish our lap. It's not massively far ahead on track. If we do, hopefully we'll be in an area that does not hold us up. So, purple for Oscar going to be quickly surpassed by Schumacher. Oh no, Oscar actually kept the purple in the first sector. Of course, his baseline starting confidence is that a little bit higher at the moment because he had a confirmed setup. There we go, that's his current confidence rating. And that's mixed. Again, though, expect a very strong middle sector, final sector for Mick. Oscar's actually pulled away a little bit more than I thought he would. Oh yeah, he's gone. Scampered off down the road. 141.4, that's a pretty strong first lap. A second slower for Mick, so we're going to have to give Mick the slipstream on the second run. Yep. No question of that. Hamilton just pips us with a 141.2. It's a bad run for Perez. Hamilton getting the benefit of that slipstream. Leclerc now top. 141.1. Albon up there with a fourth place time. Here comes Yuki up to the line. Yuki goes sixth. We've got half a second on Yuki. That's nice. All right. Russell will be the next across the line, followed by Max. Third place for Russell. What about Max? Pumps in a good time when it counts, a 141.0. I'm going to give them 2 flying laps and hope we've got enough time for the second one.
That's a good bit late.
Not sure if they'll have enough time. Might be safer to just go with 1, but I would like to get the confidence up even more if I can. There's still enough life in these tyres to do 2 flying laps, I think. I'm just not sure about the time. And maybe I can switch them round on track. Going to put them straight into manual control. It'll speed up their outlap.
Let's get those brake tanks warmed up. Keep your pace up.
Okay. No saving required.
Copy.
It's 2 kilos for a flying lap here. Well, 2 kilos for a lap. A flying lap is obviously going to burn up more than that. Let's not go overboard with the pace there.
Slightly bigger lift and coast in all areas, please.
Copy.
We'll make sure I don't run out of fuel.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Copy. Let's push, come on.
Copy.
Right then, here we go. We should have a nice clear bit of track for this lap. And then we'll see what happens with the final flying lap. Mick definitely in the zone for the slipstream this time. And just sets a personal best. A purple sector in the final sector there. Gives them a nice little extra bit of confidence to start attacking. There you can see the level of confidence not as high as it would normally be. Even in Mr. Water, he joined at a very opportune moment. No improvement from Oscar, not surprised. This lap is all about getting mixed time improved, and then hopefully we can switch them for the next lap. We should have enough time to get them round again. The question is, will we have enough fuel? We should have enough fuel. Oh wow, Schumacher only found half a tenth.
focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy. Recharge on.
Okay. We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Evening, Derek. How confident am I? I'm confident we'll get something out of this weekend. I'm just not sure how much. I'm hopeful we can get something out of the sprint as well. I've got more than enough fuel. Right now I'm just trying to make sure that both my cars get back into sequence again so that we can give Oscar the slipstream this time. He's going to be my best chance of a really strong quali.
Comfortable to push.
Copy.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy. Overtake is available.
Hope I've got enough battery for Oscar.
Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
Copy.
Right, confidence has improved for both drivers, but again, it's not where I'd like it to be. Maybe I should have done 2 laps on the older tyres and just 1 lap on these ones. I don't know. Second guessing myself a little bit. Oscar is nicely positioned here, but is going to run out of battery at the end, I think. It's going to be tight. I've got enough fuel to do this lap, and then it doesn't matter if I run out of fuel on the way back to the garage.
Well done, that's it.
Right, Oscar's improved. I honestly thought Schumacher would be the quicker of our 2 drivers tonight, and it's really not turned out that way. Oscar has had an edge over Schumacher pretty much all through qualifying. Which is why, instead of trying to boost Schumacher on this last lap, I'm trying to boost Piastri and get him as high as I possibly can. He's gone purple, and now he's got a chance to... Oh, he's out of battery, but he's got that slipstream. So he will close up on the back of Schumacher, who did not run out of battery. That car slows us down going into the pits. We're in trouble. It did. It killed our chance of getting a pole. But we got him up to 6th. And look how tight it is. Less than 3/10 separating 1st to 7th. Very tight. A successful qualifying. Not quite where I thought we could be. We did just miss out on the incentive, which was 2 in the top 8. But, yeah, 6th and 10th. That's Oscar starting in the points for the sprint and Mick just outside the points. Happy days. Right, second practice. This is a chance for us to really boost that confidence all the way up now. As you can see, car part knowledge is still low. We're not going to get 100% confidence tonight. Track knowledge we could just about get all the way up. Car part knowledge, maybe we can get to about 70%, maybe 75%. And then I'll probably change the gearboxes for this race. Let's have a look how warm they are. %51%. 49%. I'll probably leave them in for the sprint and then change them after the sprint because they will go during the race. Otherwise, or at least mixed will. Oscars might not. Yeah, let's send them out to practice. I don't know if it would have been pole. It would have been very close. But I'm not sure it would have been pole.
Should be green now.
Probably just should have done that first run on the older tyres. Save the life for 2 flying laps on those tyres that we went out with in the end. But it is setting us up nicely for, as I say, a good run this weekend. We've got a starting position inside the points for the sprint. It will be tricky to keep Alonso and Tsunoda behind, but I think we can keep Albon behind. Hopefully Schumacher can get past Albon nice and quickly. And then Stroll could be a push. Norris could also be a push. And then behind that, there isn't really anyone I'm overly threatened by. Sainz is really, really struggling because he's still running those knackered parts. Still waiting for Sainz. No, Sainz now taking to the track. Let's let him do a lap and then we'll have another inspection, see if he is still running those older parts or if he switched them before the race. Let's have a look. Yeah, still running that old ERS and that old engine. So if they stay in for the sprint and the race, Sainz is not going to be a factor at all. My YouTube app just crashed. It might be updating in the background. It won't be open. I hope the stream's still going, but I have no way of checking right now.
He's out the car, so yes, he's okay.
Oh, Ocon's out.
Stay positive.
Binned it in turn 1. No replay. Yes, the stream is still going, thank God. Whew. I was worried. I was worried. There we go, everything back to where it should be. So let's take a gander at Ocon's current car condition before the accident. That was quite a heavy hit, so expect some damage to his powertrain. Could be a gearbox change for him. Never got to see if his car was sparking, unfortunately. I was too busy frantically checking to see what was going on with YouTube. But that could take Ocon completely out of the equation this weekend as well. Or it could be a brand new power unit, in which case that could throw him back into contention again. If not for the sprint, then certainly for the race. I am debating just throwing in new parts all across the board. Or at least new engines, but they're not that far below optimal power output, so I think it might just be a waste, and if we crash, it's a big risk. You know, we'll basically potentially lose an entirely brand new engine. I'm just seeing the idea of points and wondering if it's worth really going for it. If we can, I think it would be better to hold the engines back. Right, track knowledge is done. Car part knowledge is going up. It did get it up to about 70%. Might get 72 by the end of the run, if we're lucky. It's going to be close. Oh, got 73. Nice. So, 93% starting confidence for both drivers for the sprint and the Grand Prix. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's what that translates into. Very high confidence for Oscar and nicely into the high confidence bracket for Mick. Right. Let's have a sprint.
Hello and welcome as our Grand Prix weekend continues, and the sprint will soon be upon us. Of course, this is the first sprint of the season, adding an extra challenge for the drivers and their teams. But as ever, in Formula One, an extra challenge is an extra opportunity.
Points go to the top finishers in the sprint, and with no mandatory pit stops, it's all about the racing on the track.
So let's see then how the teams tackle today's sprint, here in Baku.
Right, we're going to go soft tyres for the sprint. I'm going to try not to burn them out at the beginning. 1 extra lap of fuel. I'm going to push really hard on the opening lap because that's the important lap. That's the lap that's going to determine if we can stay in the DRS zone, because it kicks in after just 1 lap in the sprint. So the first lap we are going to go hell for leather, and then we'll look to cool the car back down again after that. 48% gearbox, 46% gearbox. They will last the sprint, but we will have to change them after the sprint.
Our sprint today sees the drivers take on 17 laps of the Baku city circuit.
Expect to see plenty making the most of Baku's long, wide main straight. That's going to be their best chance to overtake and secure a strong result.
So then, it's time to see who wants that victory the most. Now's the time for the sprint, here in Baku.
Alright, so a really strong, clean start here, please, boys. Am I seeing drivers on
And
hards?
it's lights out, and away we
Hamilton's
go.
on hards.
Let's go.
He is, and so is Tsunoda and Albon, and that's allowed Piastri to get straight up into 5th place. See if I can mug the Ferrari here.
Take some free air.
Nope,
Coming.
not quite. Mix up to 8th place. Oh, I thought he was going to run wide for a second, then he was just having to fight off Tsunoda. But again, a car on hard tyres getting caught out at the start. Beautiful stuff. We've gained 1 place with Oscar, 2 places with Mick, and we're having a look still at the back of that Ferrari. I'm going to ease off the battery now. I'm going to ease off the tyres. Not yet.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah.
We've made the breakaway.
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
See, Hamilton's already been dropped on those hard tyres. That is not surprising.
Let's look after these tyres. Back off.
Yeah.
Moving F1 clips. What happened here? Strong qualifying, thanks to our new upgrades.
DRS enabled.
And also a strong start as well. 2 places gained for Mick, a place gained for Oscar.
So you've got energy?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Can't really do much with Mick until Alonso can find his way past Hamilton. Just gonna make sure he stays close enough when the action starts kicking off.
Okay, push, let's go. Bring the pack up. Copy.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
Fastest lap for Oscar. The Red Bulls are scampering away while the Ferraris are fighting, and we're just sat here tucked in nicely. Alonso is being frustrated here by Hamilton. Again, just sitting here tucked in.
Okay, recharge on.
Tyre deg is less at Baku. It is, as long as you don't melt the tyres. If you're melting the tyres while you're pushing, then they wear out very quickly. I'm hoping that I can alleviate a little bit of the wear that we would normally suffer compared to the rest of the grid. Just leave us in a nice, comfortable position towards the end.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Copy.
Back off.
Let's get around this corner cleanly and fast.
We're good to push.
Copy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
Let's get them both here, Mick. Let's get them both.
Recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
Beautiful stuff. Take a bow, Mick.
Energy
You'll
is
see the replay on that one.
Copy.
And Hamilton's still ahead of Alonso, so we've got a chance to try and break away a little bit here.
Okay, recharge on.
It's not giving us the replay. Come on. That deserved the replay. Unless I missed the prompt. It's possible I missed the prompt.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
I don't think I did.
Take it easy in the fast corners.
Copy.
And again, I'm not being overly optimistic here. I'm not expecting us to be able to challenge for the win. Our car is definitely taking a big step forward, but it's still way behind on paper against the cars we're hanging with here. We're only hanging with them because we're hanging onto the DRS. My role here tonight is to secure a strong collection of points to set us up nicely for the next few races. So if I get both into the points in the sprints, that sets us up really nicely for the race, and then try and hold on to those positions in the race, which will be tougher.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
So I'm quite content for them all to keep scrapping like that, as long as we can kind of hang with them. I want to protect our tyres, don't want them to melt. I want to try and get a little bit of a grip advantage. There will come a point, potentially in this sprint, where Max just starts to take off pace-wise with those mediums. And I want to have something to be able to fight the Ferraris with, if I can.
Lean on the tyres as much as you can. Yeah.
Use energy.
I really want to start getting some battery back into Oscar's car, but he's taking everything he's got just to stay with them at the moment. And there will come a point where I just let them go and just hang on to fifth. Fifth is worth 4 points. And I think that's going to happen now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to happen now. So we'll let him settle down now, start building that battery back up carefully and slowly. We've got a 5-second gap back to Mick, who is still in very, very high peak confidence here, with a car behind on hard tyres. So hopefully we can hold off Hamilton. But if he does get us, we'll have the grip to take that place back again. He might get us here. Because alongside, if we can't move across and block him, he's going to get us. And he's going to get us. So this might give me the opportunity to actually get some battery back into Schumacher. Got to be careful about losing places here, though, like this. To Alonso and Stroll.
Let's keep on it.
Got to stay ahead of Alonso. I've got nowhere to go right now. There we go. Got it.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Also getting very close there at the back.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on.
Recharge on.
And we're just going to leave Oscar to his own devices here. We're not going to push him. We don't need to push him. We're building a gap at the moment. And like I said, if we're looking after his tyres, there's every chance that we may have an opportunity to close back up to the Ferraris a little bit later, based on tyre wear. We've got a 5% advantage over all three of the soft tyre runners in front of us now. We're just going to get Mick into a comfortable position. Yeah, we can protect his tyres, get that battery up, and then we can try and sprint away from Hamilton and leave him to battle the Astons. If I can bring them home 5th and 6th in the sprint, that's 7 points. It's nearly double what we have right now. We've only got 4 points right now.
Let's recharge on. Recharge on.
In fact, the gap has come down a little bit, I think. Yeah, we were a few tenths faster than the Ferraris there. Get back down to under 2 seconds.
Recharge on, please recharge on. Recharge on.
Could we actually be in contention for our first podium tonight? We won't. It's not in the sprint. There's no podiums for sprints, but if we get a little bit of luck in the main race, something happens to the Ferraris or the Red Bulls, you never know.
We need to do what we can to recharge the battery.
Making sure I'm getting a good launch out of the important corners here.
And recharge on.
Keep the Astons behind us and stop Hamilton from sprinting away from us. And then we can close him back up where we need to.
Let's recharge on.
Okay, recharge on. Let's go recharge on, please.
And now we've got an opportunity here. Not just to get past Hamilton, but to break away from them as well before the end of the lap. Which means also breaking away from Alonso and Stroll. Stroll actually in front of Alonso. I didn't even see that they'd switched places. Of course, there is a risk that both the Astons will just breeze past Hamilton here. Hopefully that's not going to be the case.
Recharge on, please.
And again, no point for the fastest lap in the sprint, so there's no point pushing like crazy to get it. Stroll is going to get past Lewis here. But there you can see how much we've looked after our tyres compared to the rest of the grid. Which means we can probably get away with doing that now to the flag.
The tyres? Yeah.
Keep an eye on that gap, make sure it doesn't get too close. Stroll is really going for it. See if we can drop him at the back end here.
Keep your pace up.
Almost out of battery. Can't do this again. Not for a while.
Recharge on.
He is really pushing. He's really pushing, and we can't drop him. Damn it.
Bit of lift and coast where you can.
Yeah, 142.9. Partly because we gave him DRS at the end there, but just couldn't break away from him. Hopefully we can hold him back though. Am I using soft in the first stint of the race? Yes, I am. Learnt my lesson last night. I mean, our car is much better tonight than it was last night, but even so, I still want to make sure that I can stay with the front runners, you know, all throughout that stint. And then if we get a nice undercut, that's an added bonus.
Let's look after these tyres.
Bring our temperatures down a bit, keep burning out Stroll's tyres. Just 2.5 seconds off the back of the Ferraris now, and they are out of range of the Red Bulls unless one of them really goes for it. Said, I'm not going to go unnecessarily chasing points and risking making a mistake. We're going to hang on to what we have, because what we have is still big points. Stroll's going to get us here, so we're going to let him get through.
Okay, recharge.
Charge up behind him, and then retake the position in a lap or two. In fact, we might possibly even get it straight back here.
Okay, mate, let's stick with it. On
No, we're going to tuck in behind, look.
Push. Okay, recharge on. Good job. Recharge on. Overtaking is available. Let's pick our pace up. Let's go. No more lift and coast needed. Let's go recharge on, please, recharge on.
Yeah, Ferraris have got their pace. Although Oscar just had a bit of a slow lap there, 145.3. Oh, he hasn't crossed the line yet. Yeah, 1:45.1. So the Ferraris have upped their pace a little bit. That's why the gap's gone up to 3.3 seconds.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Back in front of Stroll.
Okay, push. Let's go. Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
I want to try to maintain a steady, stable gap between our two drivers. If they start getting too close to each other and then Mick loses position, there's every chance that it would give Stroll the incentive to push on and attack Oscar. And I don't want it to be easy for him, because that is going to look like it might be the case. Upgrades have made a huge difference. Fourth in the Constructors is on. It's early days yet. I mean, I don't think every team has brought full upgrades here yet. I think there will be more upgrades to other cars in the field in the next race or two. If not in Miami, then certainly by Imola.
Let's go recharge on.
Alright, they both got me. But it only counted as one overtake, so still in peak confidence, which is really nice.
Wow.
That gap of 4.5 seconds, and the gap for Oscar is coming down again. I'm actually going to just start to give him a little bit of a chance to close up on those Ferraris now. Their tyres are really hurting. Give him a lap at full push and see what he does.
No saving required.
Yep. Copy. Let's go recharge on.
Copy.
Evening, Jacob. This has been one of the most strategic sprints you've seen. Yes, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been a case of just knowing the limitations of my car and trying to manage accordingly. Trying to give myself the best possible chance of maximising what I can achieve here.
Lift and coast required.
And Oscar is rapidly hunting down those Ferraris here. Maybe third place for him is actually on.
Big lift now.
Yep. Okay, recharge on.
Copy. Overtake is available.
Okay, we're in range. Still got a big tyre advantage there.
Just focus.
Harder to overcome against Hamilton now. But Stroll is definitely vulnerable. And I'm still trying to get that battery back up.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Okay.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
We just take it easy on the straight.
Copy.
More lift and coast, please. Each zone.
Going to give yourself a little bit of extra fuel to play about with.
Two to go.
Yep.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah.
Boxed in there, unfortunately. Up the inside. No. Backed out of it. All right, let's back into harvest.
Alright, mate. Recharge on.
Lift and coast is required for temperature.
Copy.
We can push more.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Russell is looking vulnerable.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Don't have as much battery as I would like for Oscar. Right, Stroll has been passed by Hamilton. This gives us our opportunity.
This will be last lap. You can use energy.
Yep.
Can I at least pick off one of the Ferraris? Oh, there's a chance on Alonso. Not Alonso, sorry, Stroll. We've got him, and we've got Hamilton. No! Hamilton, you bastard.
Pull the car.
We got him anyway. Damn it, we're not going to get the Ferraris. It was worth a shot.
No energy.
Just don't have any battery left. I'm not going to be able to get Perez on the run, I don't think. Russell actually ended up getting past Checo there. Still got enough grip to maybe get him. But it's highly unlikely we'll out-drag that Ferrari to the line here. Mick has done enough. I'm pretty sure of that.
No more DRS.
5th and 6th. That is huge points. That is 7 points. Fantastic work from both of our drivers there. And considering that the Ferrari is the quickest car on the grid, in terms of raw speed, I think that they're the quickest car. They're certainly a better car than us. To be right there with them at the end of the sprint there, very, very encouraging for the race. Very encouraging. And that is our best result of this whole hardcore career mode so far.
And there's Oscar Piastri, having finished this sprint in the points.
They've displayed some moments of quality here. All they need now is some fine-tuning to achieve great things.
If the board aren't delighted after today, I'm going to kick them all in the nuts. There we go, look at that. Mick up 4 places. It helped he jump 2 at the start. And then Oscar getting a place early on as well. And from there, You just kind of controlled the pace with Oscar quite nicely. It almost worked out to have a crack at the Ferraris, not quite. And for Mick, yeah, excellent job. Excellent job holding back Alonso, who ended up dropping down to 10th and out of the points in the end there. I thought he was going to be our biggest threat for a while. Right, let's move on to the race.
Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Baku has been the scene for some major on-track battles, like Vettel and Hamilton fighting for the lead back in 2017. Will we see more drama this year, I wonder?
Haroon, what are your thoughts on Mick Schumacher and his chances for the race?
To be honest, I think they're exceeding expectations and impressing a lot of people with their performances.
Well, whatever happens, it's sure to be a tremendous race day here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Right then, let's get our strategy sorted. So, this is definitely not a medium to hard race. This is a soft to medium race. There we go. I'm going to throw in 3 extra laps of fuel. So I can absolutely push that braking. Actually, I'm going to play it a little bit safe. I'm going to go with 2. I don't want to be overly heavy off the line. We're already going to be a bit heavier with those extra kilos. Probably going to have to burn my battery just to stay with the front runners over the first 2 laps, which could leave us a little vulnerable. That's why we're starting on the softs and not holding them back. I need to change those gearboxes because they will go towards the end of the race. Well, definitely for Mick, maybe not for Oscar, but let's not take that risk, eh? I'm just looking at those engines as well, thinking, do I slap in a new engine? We're really close to a really strong result, and they are now dipping. 65% is where the engines start to, lose power. We are going to throw a new engine in, and just hope we don't wreck it. There we go. Give us our best possible chance of actually finally getting onto our podium. All right, there we go. Starting 5th and 6th. Let's go to the grid.
Final checks are being carried out on the grid, and it won't be long until we get underway. Time for Oscar Piastri to show what he can do.
They line up for their 50th F1 start here today. Can they get a decent result, I wonder?
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? This is what you've been waiting for. It's the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Do your best.
Yep.
We've got a state of VSC right at the start.
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead. Caution through there.
And now we're going to end up with a boatload of extra fuel.
Positive. Yeah.
Did I miss the replay?
Big
I did.
shot.
What happened?
Watch
Alonso's
every-
out. Oh, wow. I was too busy looking at that and I missed the replay. But, yeah, Alonso out of the Grand Prix in the first turn. So that takes one of the really quick cars behind us out of contention. That's excellent stuff. There you can see a lot of cars on mediums around us. This is going to hurt at the end of the stint. This safety car here, though, is going to allow us to protect It was a penalty for Norris. Oh, that's even better news. So Norris was the other car caught up in that. That's dropped him to the back. Hurt his tyres a little bit. Maybe giving him a little bit of damage. Let's take a look at his car. Oh yeah, he's missing half a wing. So that's going to drop him way off. And he's got a penalty as well. So Norris is out of contention unless we get a full safety car or a red flag to close the grid back up. And that's another quick car out of contention. Are we finally going to get some good luck in this series? So as I was saying before I looked at Norris, this safety car is going to give us two options. It's either going to allow us to stretch these softs or really push them. And I'm not sure which way to go on that yet. Leclerc and Perez on softs. Russell and Verstappen on mediums. That will give us a bit of flexibility. It all depends how quickly the softs can try and break away. If they can't get past and break away, it is Max leading at the moment, and Russell's mediums are ahead of Perez. That will slow down those cars a bit, make it easier for us to stay with them. Norris is out. Norris is out. They've boxed him and retired him. That's glorious. We will absolutely not be letting our drivers fight each other here.
VSC ending. Yeah. Cheats away. Come on. Copy. Overtake is available. Copy.
We've broken away from Stroll. Yeah, Norris has a penalty which he's not going to get to serve, which means that will be a 3-place penalty at the start of the next race.
P6. Next car, Piastri.
So that'll hurt him for Miami as well.
Let's get him.
I just don't have the raw pace.
You can back off a bit.
Just settle down.
Recharge on, please. Recharge
I can
on.
maybe stretch these tyres a touch.
Just think about looking after this time where we need to.
That means I don't have to run as long on the mediums, which means I can push them harder. Right now I'm trying to protect my battery as much as I can because I know that those Ferraris didn't deploy at the start. So at some point they're going to break, and they're going to break hard, and I don't know if I'll have the pace to go with them.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
Hamilton's past Stroll, also on mediums.
Copy, box.
It looks as though they're starting to try and break now, actually, from Oscar. DRS should be active now as well, because we did VSC laps rather than full safety car, so it won't have deactivated the DRS. And we are just out of range. Come on, Oscar. Push hard, push hard.
Go get him.
recharge on.
Copy.
Even with them, the pace being set by medium runners, we still can't quite keep up with them. I completely forgot that the DRS was already active, or else I would have pushed them really hard on that first lap back under the safety car. Once the green flag came back out. A little faux pas on my part there. Although we are closing the gap again while they're fighting with each other.
Okay, let's try again.
Get back in range. It's so close. It's so close. Just missed it again. Maybe at the end of the straight. Maybe. Russell is frustrating Perez here. I'm prepared to switch my drivers over as well to get into that DRS zone.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Nick's got more battery. Just let him use it. Turn these tyres down soon. Just want to see if I can at least have any little chance of getting back into that DRS.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
This might be my last shot.
Use energy.
Copy.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Yeah, I think we've lost the opportunity.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
Unless we can slingshot our way through here. Oh, they're slingshotting as well. Damn it. Oh, well, we're not far off.
Copy.
I don't
Well,
want
we've almost made it. We've almost made it.
Come on. Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Right, stay in range. Stay in range, please, Oscar.
Recharge on.
Copy.
I need to turn your tyres down. Oh, so close.
Let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
Come on,
Okay,
please.
recharge on.
Please get it. Please get it. Come on. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Did we get it? Did we get it? It's close. It's so close. Yes! Oh, we made it just. Oh, can we stay in it? That's the question.
Copy.
Use energy.
Copy.
No, is the answer.
Back off now.
All right, let's give that one up for now. Perez is setting the pace. We've still got a nice little slipstream there. Just pull these tyres for Oscar down. I'm gonna melt these tyres if I try and stay with them. Check me for a nosebleed. I've not been this high before. Cheeky fucker. We have been fifth before. Monza, remember? We couldn't quite hold it at the end, but we have been fifth before. But I get what you're saying. And I've got a nice little lead over Hamilton at the moment as well. So if we can't stay with the Ferraris, so be it. As long as we don't start slipping backwards again, that's the important thing.
No energy.
Copy.
I'm going to charge up Schumacher, swap them back over again, and then start charging Piastri back up. That way we can get two cars charged for the price of one there, in terms of time. And who knows, maybe the Ferraris will, the lead Ferrari will have a very slow lap charging up. Maybe the second Ferrari won't be able to get past in the process, and we will naturally close up anyway.
Avoid overtake, avoid overtake.
Understood. Let these guys go.
I do think they are just going to gradually just stretch their legs over us, so. Alright, let's have a look at where the rest of the soft runners are. So Yuki is up into 8th place behind Hamilton now. And then it's Magnussen and Sainz. We're not worried about Sainz at all, because Sainz is still running, a disaster of a car right now. So we just have to make sure we don't screw this up so bad that
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Covered.
we invite the mediums to just overhaul us before we get the chance to box.
No risks.
Copy.
Need to defend that.
Understood.
Yuki's got through, so the pace of the chasing pack is likely to start going up. I want to protect my tyres again. Give me options. They are slightly worse than Yuki's at the moment, slightly worse than the Ferraris as far as Oscar's concerned. Switching back over. There we go. I should have done that earlier. Ferrari tyres worse than mine. No, Ferrari tyres are about the same as Mick's. Slightly better than Oscar's, because we really pushed Oscar's tyres hard to try and stay in range. Yuki is definitely coming. Might have to have a little bit of a quick lap here.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Keep your pace up.
But yeah, going back to what you said, Hedgehog, I've never had both cars this high up before. We are definitely in uncharted territory. The most points we've ever scored in one race, I think, is 7 points before tonight's sprint. No, I turned Schumacher's don't sprint off, don't fight off. He's the lead car. I've got it on Oscar at the moment.
You will have energy when you need it.
I've got them both on low overtake aggression and defend the racing line only, so that they don't hold each other up while they're running in sequence like this.
Back off now.
Yep.
Hamilton back in front of Yuki. I want to be best of the rest tonight. I want to be, finishing 5th and 6th behind the Red Bulls and the Ferraris. That's my ultimate aim for tonight. I don't know if we can do that. I am a little concerned about Hamilton. He is in a quick Mercedes, and he has got soft tyres to come.
So you can use energy.
Copy.
You're good to push on the tyres.
Yeah. Recharge on.
Copy.
I think Oscar just snuck back into DRS there. Yes, he did. Excellent stuff. And we've almost got Oscar fully charged again.
Recharge off.
Copy.
Checking confidence levels. Might be worth forcing an overtake rather than holding position to give Oscar that extra boost of confidence so that the lead car has the pace when we do switch them around again.
Back off.
Copy.
Before I do switch him over, I am going to start to push a bit with Mick, burn up some of his battery on the DRS straights, so that when he then yields position to Oscar, we can do the same that way.
Energy's good.
Copy.
And then that will hopefully allow us to build the gap behind us again.
Recharge on.
Copy.
And maybe close the gap to the Ferraris a little bit.
bring the pack up.
Copy.
Just want to make sure he doesn't get dropped.
Copy.
There we go.
Charge is good.
Yeah.
Hamilton back in front of Yuki, and now Hamilton is going to be a little bit more of a threat. As our tyres are starting to drop away at a quicker rate than obviously the mediums will. We're only 8 seconds off the back of the race leader right now. Which is nice.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
Hamilton's coming at us hard.
Okay, it's recharge on.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy. Yeah, very quick lap for Lewis there, 146.
Okay, recharge on.
And every time he pushes like that, he's bringing Yuki with him. And we're looking against the tyre predictions a little higher on the heat than I would like.
So slow.
Yep.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
Copy. I think we're just going to have to push both drivers for a couple of laps here, because Hamilton's closing up way too fast.
And you are free to use the energy when you want.
He's probably going to run out of battery at the end of this lap, but he is absolutely flying on this lap. As you can see, that gap is almost the DRS.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yep.
Use energy.
Yep. Copy.
At least he's dropped Sonoda.
back off now.
Copy.
Tyre conditions good, we can push a bit more.
Yeah. Copy.
Recharge on. Copy.
Alright, time to swap them over. Yeah, you can see the confidence has just been naturally eroding away, as it always does when you're not involved in the thick of it. So we'll force the overtake here. And that will give Oscar a nice big stat boost, so he can hopefully lead the fights at a slightly quicker pace now.
Copy.
Plus, it'll take a little bit of the pressure off his tyres as well.
We will be
The extra heat will now go into mixed car rather than his. And we do still have some battery left to push Oscar with as well, to help keep Hamilton at bay.
Use everything.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
Max setting a fastest lap on those medium tyres. And he's broken away from his teammate now. Softs are definitely starting to struggle for pace compared to the mediums. As evidenced by the fact that Hamilton is still less than 2 seconds behind us.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Come on to our pits on lap 22. So we'll box Oscar on lap 21. And here comes Lewis.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Use energy.
Yeah.
And Yuki's back on him again.
Recharge on.
Okay.
So just in case Hamilton does get into range, let's not make it easy for him.
we're good to push on the tyres.
Copy.
We can probably leave them on this setting until the end of the stint now. Yuki's got back in front of Lewis. That might actually do us a little bit of a favour.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy. Let's see if we can focus on recharge, please.
This is getting a little stressful now, trying to just manage this gap. If ever we need a race for our pit crew to pull something special out of the bag, it's going to be this one.
Overtaking is available. Copy.
Down at their own range.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy. Bring the pack up.
Yep.
On the lap when I box Oscar, which is next lap, I'm going to try and hold up Yuki and Hamilton. Let Mick break away. It will be a bit of a risk.
Let's push.
Okay, copy.
Yes, I have put the defence up to both cars on medium.
Just keep cruising up to. defend, maximum defence. Use overtake.
Copy.
You have energy.
Copy.
Back off in the high speed.
Copy. Good then.
Copy.
Let's box now, please. Box now.
Cars coming out the pits.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Copy.
Yes, mate, let's do what we need to stay ahead. We need to do what we can to recharge the battery.
Copy. Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Keep pushing, you know what to do.
Copy. Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Copy. Need to look after the tyres.
Copy.
Use energy.
Copy.
Copy, energy.
Another good stop now. Yuki's in as well. Definitely need a good stop there. We have a bad one. And we're going to get picked off. Nice, 2.5. Not quite as quick as it could have been, but it's quick enough.
Sweet.
We're ahead of sights.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I do not want you fighting, as long as that's clear. Recharge on, please.
Copy.
And because we are neutralising any fighting between our teammates, we are going to give priority to Oscar. He deserves it for the way he drove in the sprint, and the fact that he was ahead and we dropped him behind deliberately, strategically. So he should strategically get that position back. Right, Albon is in the pits. Tyres was, must have been on soft as well. No, he was on mediums, so that's an early medium stop.
We need to focus on the energy now.
That's an okay stop.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Got a 1:45.5 on that lap, although that was a battery lap. And that might be enough if we can keep this kind of pace up for another lap or so. We might be able to undercut Perez, who's probably going to box this lap. Leclerc may box this lap as well. He may go one more. But I'm almost certain that we're going to see a pit stop from Perez. Got to get past this traffic quickly.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Yeah, Leclerc's in. And so's Perez. So, have we done enough to jump the Ferrari? We're not going to jump Leclerc.
Recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
Zhou's in. Definitely going to jump Zhou. Ferrari's moving towards the end of the pit lane. It's going to be tight. I think he's going to get out in front of us. But not by much. It's going to be really tight. There he is.
Use energy now.
Come on, he's just 2 seconds ahead of us.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, it's tidy, mate. Your P9. Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Let's see if we can get past them.
Copy. Bring the pack up.
Alright, excellent. That's Mick up. Russell in. Maybe we can undercut Russell then. Although we've been stuck behind the Alpines.
Bottas pitted. We need some PU cooling.
Stayed ahead of Hamilton.
Use energy.
Damn it. I wasn't quick enough with the battery. Made a mess of that.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Got the move done now though. There we go. So Oscar is free and clear.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Now we need to get Schumacher through. Yuki is about 3.5 seconds behind us.
Alright, buddy, push, push.
Okay.
Now Max is in. New fastest lap for Charles Leclerc. Max will take that away from him as soon as he puts on those softs. All right, there we go. 6th and 7th. But Stroll is yet to box. Hamilton's really lost out. He's down in 13th place. He's being held up by Giovinazzi. And then he's got to get past Albon before he can get back to Tsunoda. So Hamilton definitely struggling a little here. Russell's going to struggle. Well, he's got good smoothness rating. The brakes on that Ferrari are better than ours in terms of brake cooling, so the tyres won't overheat as much. He's not scrapping with anyone, so he's not overheating his tyres, and he can always just turn the tyres down a bit, if they get too hot. So it'd be nice if he has to really back off, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Like I said, all I'm looking to do, because Yuki's on the flyer now, got passed off on. I'm just looking to consolidate 5th and 6th. Yeah, if I can end up moving up a place.
Gasly's just come in.
Excellent. Oh, both the Alpines coming in at the same time here. There's a chance for disaster here. It's a good stop. It's clean for both cars.
Okay, recharge on, good job, recharge on.
Copy.
Alpine's pitting have freed up Lewis now. He's got past Albon and will break away from them on this lap. And he's going to hunt down Tsunoda. Tsunoda's on medium, same as us. Hamilton on softs. So he will have more pace than us. At least for a while. Hopefully we can outpace him at the end. I'm prepared to switch my driver's positions again to get Oscar fully charged up. Both drivers' confidence levels are nice and high right now. That's Stroll into the pits. New fastest lap from Lewis. Good stop for Stroll. And another thing I've just realised, it's going to be yet another race where Aston Martin don't score that many points. Stroll, I think, picked up a point at the end of the sprint. or maybe 2 points. I'm not sure. Alonso didn't finish in the points. He's not finishing in this race. Stroll is currently out of the points and 6.5 seconds off the back of the 2 Williams, who will not be easy to get past, even if he has got fresher tyres. Hamilton's already all over the back of Yuki.
Okay, so let's cool the car now.
Copy.
Okay, push, let's go.
Yeah, copy.
No pressure. Focus on bringing the pack back up. Let's go recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
.22 laps to go. One more lap on top up, and then we can probably put Schumacher into neutral, so he gets his full 2 megajoules of deployment. Seconds, 3.3 seconds behind Perez. He's coming down a little bit. I wonder if Perez is just charging or if he's now struggling to keep up now that he's dropped off the back of George. I wonder if he's going to be vulnerable. Is 4th place going to be on here? Let's push on while we still have a little bit more time to burn some fuel. Let's bring Perez into the mix. Tantalisingly close, but it's also dangerously close behind us. Look, Hamilton is now through on Yuki. Yuki fighting back. Please get through. Stay through. Side by side still.
Let's go recharge on. Let's keep looking after these tyres.
Imagine if Tsunoda and Hamilton crash. I would be happy if the 2 Red Bulls crash, because that would free up places that we wouldn't be able to normally challenge for. Hamilton and Tsunoda crash, well, the 2 Williams are behind and they're on softs. And they're only another 2 seconds back. There they are at the top of the hill. So it would only delay the pressure. Having Tsunoda behind us like that actually helps keep the Williams cars at bay. Of course, you know, that becomes more of a problem later in this stint as, say, he's on medium, so he will have better pace than the cars around him, potentially including us. I just don't think we've got quite enough to get that Ferrari. Oh, hello, hello. That is a crash for Hamilton.
Crash ahead. crash ahead.
And Sonoda. God damn it. Nostradamus in
This
the
is
chat
what
here.
happened. Oh, that's quite an impact between them.
Oh, that's hurt
Who
Hamilton's
was at
front
fault?
wing, so that's
Well,
Hamilton
there'll definitely
done.
be fingers being pointed.
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead. Still maybe debris. Keep an eye.
I don't know if Yuki's got damage. He doesn't look like it. His tyres are taking a little bit of damage, but only a couple of percent. But Hamilton, I think, has front wing damage.
Let's go
Oh,
recharge.
massive front wing damage and a penalty. Hamilton's gone. Any more predictions? Like, imagine if we were to win this Grand Prix?
Okay, we need lift.
Nah, it's really taking the pressure off now because it slowed down the Williams a little bit, I think. Not by much, but maybe just enough.
Cheers available.
And Mick is closing on Perez. That's 2 seconds. It's a tyre situation like, yeah, a little better than ours because we did push them a little bit.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Yeah, 2 of the cars crash in front. We are on for a podium. That's the 5-second penalty. That's a set. That set of very fast tyres taken off. A brand new set of not quite as fast mediums. New front wing. Slow stop. As you would expect, he's going to get out behind Porsche. That puts him 40 seconds behind us. Yeah. No threat from Hamilton now. We are still edging onto the back of Perez. Well, we were. He's actually pulling away again this lap. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing in terms of battery use on the DRS zones and swapping, just to see if we can haul him in. And who knows what's going to happen with George Russell if those tyres wear out, although looking at the strength of them, yeah, I don't think that's likely. I don't think George's pace is going to drop off enough for him to become a factor. It is a fight between the 2 Red Bulls for the win.
Okay, deployment should be good.
Copy.
The only way that's going to change is if there's a safety car to close the field back up.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yeah, copy.
But we're going to keep trying to just inch our
Recharge
way
on,
onto the
please,
back of
recharge on.
Perez's Ferrari here. There we are. And we're coming in tandem. We've actually pulled out another 2 seconds over Albon since Hamilton's crash, which is nice. Yeah, last thing I want is a safety car. I really don't want one. A red flag would be pretty disastrous as well, because everybody would box for fresh tyres. Best result now is, a VSC to allow us to cool our tyres, get a bit of extra fuel back on board, get the batteries recharged for free. VSCs are the way to go for us now. Say I'm glad I did swap those engines over, because I don't know if I'd have had enough pace to hold off Hamilton and Tsunoda without them. And had they not been pushing hard, fighting amongst each other and chasing us down, they might not have collided with each other. So we can't just say that it's immaterial now, because who knows what would have happened. We might not have been where we are. We certainly wouldn't have been able to hold them off at for the first stint, I don't think. We might not have had enough power to get them on the second stint. Perez just edging away from us again.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
But again, just stretching that gap over the Williams drivers, and they are holding Stroll up.
You've got energy.
Copy.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Why not divide research in parts 3 to 1? Do you mean 3 parts development to 1 part research? No, I'm going to do it the other way around, because otherwise it's, we might just squeak by. No, we might comfortably get our objective through, or we might comfortably keep our job, but at the cost of a potentially even higher set of rules, set of targets next season. And at a cost of having a really bad car next year, because huge regulation changes. I'd rather we squeak by this year, keep our job, and have a really good car next year, so we can actually mount a challenge on a much more consistent basis. So, I mean, I will be doing a 3 to 1, ratio in favour of research, because I want to make sure that the car is done. But I don't think we're going to have any major developments left this season. They're all going to be minor, without hours.
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Okay, mate, we will be swapping cars.
15 laps to go. That Ferrari is tantalisingly close, but it's such a risk. Am I going to slingshot Oscar Piastri? No, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do what I've been doing and just dribble the DRS, the battery out like I have been doing. I'm going to try and get Mick charged and then just go hell for leather for a couple of laps with both cars and see if we can close the gap down quickly enough.
Recharge on. Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
Copy. Split the coast.
Just letting Mick get back into range and helping speed up that fuel save for Oscar at the same time. Alright, Stroll is finally through against the Williams. He will start to bring that gap down now. And his tyres are still pretty fresh. In better shape than our mediums right now.
No saving required.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
Copy. Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre. Copy.
What happened to Hamilton? Barron says, imagine if Tsunoda and Hamilton crash and then literally 3 corners later they crash. Hamilton got a penalty as well as taking half his wing off. Tsunoda actually managed to survive unscathed pretty much, I think, unless he's got some structural damage that we can't see on the car. Maybe a little bit of damage to a chassis or a suspension. So yeah, Hamilton had to box, switch off those softs onto another set of mediums, change his wing, and have a 5-second penalty as well. And he may well have some structural damage as well. I don't know. He hasn't caught Porsche yet, which is a little telling. Porsche is a long way off. Oh, red flag.
Okay, mate, so red flag, we're going to come into the line, please.
What happened? Ah, it's a Ferrari out. George Russell. Oh, just lost it. Right, we're 4th and 5th. We've got fresh softs available for both cars.
And watching their hopes crumble away.
Wow. All right, well, I'm going to take this natural little break in play here to actually just quickly nip to the bathroom. So I'll be back in just a second. All right then. Fresh soft tyres. I wonder what other tyres are going on other cars. They probably won't have a brand new set of softs, but they'll still be pretty good soft, I would imagine. Oh, we got 2 sets of new softs. Wow. If I'd known, I'd have slapped on a brand... No, I didn't even think I could have slapped on brand new softs for qualifying 3. Never mind.
All drivers have taken their
Right, I'm
positions
going to have
again.
to pause as soon as the
Once
lights go
more,
out,
They're ready to race.
because our drivers are in the wrong settings.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
I wish you could actually change this for a red flag restart before the lights go out. Everyone is on soft, apart from Stroll, who doesn't have any. Hamilton's put on another set of mediums.
Let's keep that gap down.
Piastri's in 3rd. And Schumacher's going for him.
You've done a good job.
Go on. Ah.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Right. 10.5 laps to go.
Yeah, copy.
And we are on the podium.
Overtake and go, come on.
Yeah, copy.
Overtake is available. Copy.
Fresher tyres, but slower cars. If I can stay with the Red Bulls, I can hold Perez back. If I can't stay with the Red Bulls, Perez will probably get me back. That's why I'm hopeful that Mick can do the job and get past him. The Red Bulls are already starting to scamper off a little bit. They are just so quick. Oh, I hadn't turned Oscar's battery on. No wonder they were scampering away.
Yeah.
Whoops. Max is trying to break Charles. He's almost got him. DRS will kick in on the next lap.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy. Back off.
Copy.
I've kept with Leclerc and I've broken Perez. This will give Mick an opportunity.
Let's get close if we can.
Ah, Perez got the DRS. How? How did he get the DRS?
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
Let's go and get it.
Come on, Mick. You can get back in range. And Oscar, please stay in range. They're going to go side by side in front of us, are they? No, not quite. I'm out of battery. Please don't get jumped. Stay in it, stay in it, stay in it. Stay in it. I think I got it.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
I did. Whew.
Okay,
Alright, we've broken away from Williams here. If it finishes like this, I will be over the moon.
do with bringing them down slightly if we can.
Copy.
I would love to turn the tyres down, but I just can't because they're not turning them down at the front. And if I do, I'm going to get dropped. And that's what happened the second I put the tyres down a pace setting. The gap suddenly started to open. I've got to leave it like this and just hope that they can hang on to it. It looks like they might have just turned them down a touch now. Let's try. Let's get through these corners first. Still borderline at risk of dropping. Yeah, I'm worried about the full send lockup as well. As soon as I think I can get away with it, I will turn them down just a touch. But if they're going to make a mistake, they're probably just going to make the mistake regardless of what setting they're on. And Oscar just, I can't risk it. I'm gonna get dropped by the Red Bulls if I turn him down, and I'm gonna get pounced by Perez as a result. I know 4th and 5th is still good, but this is a podium. This is a potential 2nd place or even a potential win if the Red Bulls make a mistake. If either of the Red Bulls make a mistake. Got to stay with them if I can. Just so I'm in that conversation. And who knows, if I'm putting them under pressure, maybe they'll make a mistake. We've got 6 qualifying laps, 7 qualifying laps to come. No. 6 laps after this one. Yes, I remember. Oh, here we go. Chance to drop Perez.
Use energy.
Yeah.
Give Schumacher a run on Perez here.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Back off now.
Copy.
God, even in the slipstream, he's still
We need to
rapid.
focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Oh, that's close. That car is just so quick.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Do what you can to keep the tyres cool.
Copy. Recharge on.
Copy.
It's going to get very loud if I can get... if the dream scenario happens and Piastri gets onto the top step of the podium, it's going to get very loud, so just be warned.
They'll come to us. To go. Use energy.
Copy.
It wasn't quick enough.
Pull out to take some air on the straight.
Copy. Recharge on.
Copy.
Oh, oh!
And energy is available.
Copy.
Come on, Oscar. Come on. Lovely. Lovely. I've dreamed about beating the Bulls for so long. I got 4 more laps and I am in prime position now.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy. 4 laps to go.
Copy. Okay, it's recharge on.
Okay.
I've almost dropped Leclerc as well. Oh my god. Stay in range, please, Mick. Please stay in range.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on.
3 to go. It's too early to make the move.
Back off now. Copy. Yeah, take it easy. Copy.
Perez is through on Leclerc.
Let's look after these
Oh,
tyres.
we almost have the lead.
Copy.
Wow. I've got faith in you, Oscar. I believe in you.
If you could push a bit harder and try and get up to him, let's see.
Let's see if we can push up.
I don't know, John. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I am so hopeful, though.
Overtake is available. Copy.
Two laps.
2 laps to go. Energy if you need it.
Yep.
I think Mick might be in trouble. I don't think he'll be able to stay with them here. I don't know, maybe he can close up here. He's going to end up with no battery left, though, to really attack.
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
All right, this is it. This is the do or die lap.
Copy.
Can we make it happen? Please let it happen. I'm not going to be able to brake Max, but I've got enough battery to push for the whole lap, just about. I am not missing this opportunity here. He's going for it. He's going for it. Come on, Oscar. Come on, Oscar. Come on! Oh, happy days. Yellow flag behind.
Currently P1.
It's Leclerc. Something's happened to
Now, we
Leclerc.
should be able to take a look here. Now, this was at turn 3. There's the opening.
What happened to
And
Leclerc?
we've got a new race leader.
I think he went into the barrier as we tried to
That's
force our way
not
up the
looking good
inside.
for Charles Leclerc. Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3.
Yeah, he did. No contact with
Clearly
us. He
unable
just
to
went
take
into the
evasive
barrier.
action.
Come on, Mick.
Let's recharge on.
Right then, we can take a look now. And it was Mick Schumacher involved. The opportunity's there.
Come on, double podium.
And Mick Schumacher says, Dankeschön. Thank you very much.
Oh.
No more energy.
This is it, straight run to the line. Come on, Oscar. Come on.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Yes! There we go! We've done it! Oh my god, we've actually done it. And we got Mick on the podium as well. Oh my. Oh.
Piastri has done it. He's got
And we
the
get
win.
to enjoy this podium. Because if this was Lawson, we wouldn't see it. This is why I replaced Lawson. Oh. Oh, man.
Now, wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
That was a really well-executed race, I thought. Major credit to the driver, the pit wall, and the whole team for that win.
Pure elation there as the driver regroups with a team that works so hard
little bit emotional.
to see this moment.
That was something.
With such a strong
Whew,
performance
look at
from
that.
Piastri, there's no denying that
Top
he's earned
step.
that place on the
And
podium
Schumacher
today.
right there alongside him.
It gets even better for the team, with both drivers scoring a podium finish this weekend.
And before they get back to work, I think it's time to cool off here in Azerbaijan.
Oh man, I am so glad I put those new engines in tonight. Whew.
And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Kareem, what would they
Can we
be
get some
making of
love
that race
for
today?
Oscar and Schumacher in the chat,
I
please?
doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
Flawless driving from both of them.
Well, everybody, that's all from us here in Baku.
Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
Oh man. Oh, I've screenshotted the podium. I've screenshotted this as well. Oh wow. 4 places gained from Oscar to take the win on the dying lap. Mick Schumacher also getting the move on the dying lap to get on the podium as well. That is 40 massive points. And on top of that, we got 7 in the sprint as well. 47 points gained tonight. That's more than we've scored in this entire career mode up to today. I think. Possibly. It's going to be very close, but wow. Yeah. I'm kind of speechless. I'm just enjoying this podium. I'm just enjoying this win. I'm just enjoying this moment. We didn't get the fastest lap, so we lose a little bit of money from that, but right now, could not give a fuck. Really couldn't. Oh man, we beat the Red Bulls in a straight fight. We had a little bit of luck to do it. You know, in terms of the red flag bringing the whole field back together again. But it gave us the opportunity to fight them, and we made it stick. And we did it on raw pace. And we put Leclerc under so much pressure, he actually... Did he retire? Did he retire? No, he didn't. He kept going. He ended up in 11th place in the end. Oh, Hamilton dropping down to 15th. Let's take a look at the driver's standings. So, Max picks up 26 points this weekend. Oscar gains 29 points. He's up 13 places in the standings off the mark in glorious style, up to 6th in the championship. Mick gains another 3 places. He already had 4 points. Now he's on 22. Whew. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. What's that done to us in the constructors? It's put us up to 4th on 51 points. We're 21 points clear of Mercedes, who only got 2 points. McLaren only got 6. We are just 13 behind them. And we've got a car right now at this stage that is potentially slightly quicker than them. I think the fact that we've got the second best low-speed downforce probably gave us a little bit more of an edge over McLaren than we'll see at the next track. But there's a couple of really tricky slow sections at Miami as well, so who knows? Ah, wow. Williams jumping 2 places. Big points for Williams tonight. 18 points gained. So they double Aston Martin's points tally, who had another miserable weekend. Did they get any points in the race at all? Where did Stroll finish? All the way down in 14th. So the only points they got were the 3 points Stroll got in the sprint. Because Alonso missed out in the sprint, and then he didn't finish this race. It's just the stuff of nightmares for Aston at the moment, and I could not be happier. Haas get no points, but Alpha get another 5. So Haas really are being left behind here, because Aston at some point are going to kick on, and they're going to start picking up big points again. Alpha are probably not going to pick up big points, but they will continue to pick up a few points here and there with Bottas. Williams are going to pick up points. Alpine, no points for Alpine tonight. Wow. How do we do on the pit stops? 4th and 5th. That's not too bad. Red Bull taking 1st and 2nd, so they're going to get big points there tonight. Start closing us down. Ferrari get 3rd, but they also only get 10th as well. So we've outscored Ferrari. Let's have a look at the standings. We're still top by 19 points over Red Bull. Let's take a look at those stops. A 2.5 and a 2.4. They're not even that quick stops. We know our pit crew is capable of quicker than that. We know we can do 2.3s. We consistently got 2.3 second stops with Oscar. But good enough. Not quite at Max Verstappen pit stop level yet. I don't think we've had 2.2 yet. Let's have a look. Oh no, we have. A 2.26 is our fastest. Or was that last season? Or the season before last? I'm not sure. I think that's our fastest ever pit stop at 2.26, which was season 1. Let's take a look at these amazing results here. 14 successful overtakes, 13 failed for Mick, 19 successful defences, 10 failed across the entire weekend, both sprint and race. Oscar, 11 successful overtakes, 12 failed, 8 successful defences, 5 failed. But it's a double podium. It's 1st and 3rd, and I am still bouncing. Oh, yes. Oh. So, let's see. We got both cars in the top 15, which was what I said for the finish position. I think that was a bit, very conservative there. We got both cars into Q3. I think only one car in Q3 was the incentive. Actually, I don't remember what the finish position was. Was the finish position 2 in the top 8? I think the finish position was 2 in the top 8. That pit stop was 2. Was it really 2 races ago? I didn't even realise it was that quick. We did not get the fastest lap, so we lost 42 grand there. I thought we might have a chance at the end there. Just didn't have enough raw pace left by the time we were in a position to actually make the move. We'd taken too much out of the tyres by that point, but I don't care about not getting the fastest lap. 42 grand, I would gladly, not get a fastest lap for the rest of the season now that we have a win. We got both cars into Q2, and That might only have been one car in Q2 on the guarantee. No, it was both cars in Q2 for the guarantee and 2 in the top 15 for the guarantee. So again, we could have raised the quali position a bit, but I just didn't know just how good our quali would be. So I'm not overly concerned or disappointed in that. 3.5 million is not a bad amount to add to the piggy bank. And there is a spare suspension. Oscar's rating goes up to 84. Beautiful stuff. Did everything get through inspection? Yes, everything did. Donna picks up another win in F2. She is definitely on my radar for our reserve driver slot next season. We've got scout results on Lauren Mekis. He's only got 8 months left on his contract. He could potentially be someone that we look at next season if Alan Permain's contract allows. Ron Meadows is 32 months on his contract, not getting that one. Got some results on Alan Kale and Pedro Matos. We're not signing any new engineers for a while. There is that spare suspension. So we have 2 spare suspensions in stock now. 4.4 million in the bank. We have got a wet race coming at Miami. I am still feeling that adrenaline rush draining from me. Nothing in production right now. Let's have a look. I need to make some spare front wings and rear wings. Let's make 2 more front wings. We'll have 1 for Miami, which will give us 2 spares, and then another one after Miami. Or actually, maybe it'll be ready on race day, actually, so we'll have 5 wings in total on race day. Let's get a couple of rear wings spare as well. Chassis. Let's get a spare chassis. Or an extra spare chassis. There we go. That should be ready for Imola. And let's get another underfloor. Oh no, I've got no slots left now, have I? Alright, we'll do another underfloor later. I'm not going to worry about side pods just yet. What do I actually have going on right now? Alright, let's get started on research for next year. How long to hours? 7 days. Alright, well let me have a look. Which are my worst parts at the moment? Okay, so chassis still needs to be improved. That's still, holding us back. Front wing isn't too bad. Needs a little bit of work. Rear wing is solid. We don't need another rear wing for a while. So we'll get started doing a rear wing project in research. Side pods need some more work still. Underfloor is good for a while, so we can get an underfloor research project going. And suspension isn't too bad. Could do with another one, just to bump that a bit more. I think just for this first month, when these 2 parts go through, actually I've got another chassis and another underfloor already in production, in design, so can't do an underfloor project. So let's do a rear wing. Everything's going to get absolutely hammered, so we're just going to leave as is. There's no point really boosting any one set of sliders at this stage. Let's put 2 engineers on that. And yeah, let's do another front wing. Oh, I can't afford it. Okay, can I afford a suspension? Yes, I can afford a suspension. There we go. Alright, first research of the season is now underway. A rear wing and a suspension. We've got a new underfloor coming in 21 days, a new chassis in 10 days. Chassis take 10 days to manufacture. So we are looking at getting those. Let's see. For Barcelona. I don't think we'll get them for Monaco. The underfloor, again, we won't have that for Monaco. Might have it for Barcelona. They take 8 days, so we'll have one for Barcelona, but we won't have both of them until Montreal. Got 135 grand left, and that is it for tonight. Oh, still buzzing. Still buzzing from this. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls all night, and probably for the rest of the week while we're doing these streams as well. We finally got our first podium, and not only that, it was a double podium. We got a win. I honestly did not expect us to get the win tonight. I thought we might have a chance of the podium. We just missed out in the sprint, and then I thought we might just miss out in this race as well. We just couldn't quite close it down to Perez. That red flag really did change everything for us. It actually made the double podium possible, and I was worried it would hurt us. But yeah, we capitalised entirely on that. I really don't know what else to say, apart from that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. I sure as hell have. If you have, please do drop a like. Share with your friends. Spread the word. This series is ongoing, and the next challenge is now to see if this is going to be a permanent uptick in form or if this is just a blip, and we'll get a good indication of that in just a couple of days. As you can see, 4 days until Miami. In reality, it's tomorrow night's stream. We will be back, usual time, 8 PM in the UK. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.